Howdy, howdy. Hi, guys. All right, let's see who's in here. Jeffrey W., welcome in. Simply Jan Homestead, thank you for sharing. Mary with Blessed to Crochet, thank you for sharing on your community tab. Hello, Penny Ortiz. Lori with It All Adds Up. And Phil Beck with Glory in the Garden. Full of faquitas. What is that? What is that, Ann? I thought, well, maybe she's trying to say taquitos. Taquitos. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, so Carole's having a little bit of trouble, so I'm going to go ahead and start without her, and she'll be joining me here in a few minutes. So she had to restart her computer. So what are you guys up to today? Anybody have any big plans for tonight or for this weekend at all? So I have a few things. A few collaborations are coming up lately. Tammy with Mountain Grandma and Natasha with the Budget Preppers are doing a My Home Apothecary collab, and they will both have a playlist on their channel. And if you go and watch those videos and make a comment, you have a chance to win a prize. They'll do a live at the end and pick some winners. Hello, Beth from BNS Odyssey. Welcome in. So that's a cool collab. You might check that one out. So there'll be a playlist on Mountain Grandma and a playlist on the Budget Preppers for My Home Apothecary. Heather and I from Milk and Honey Heritage Farms are doing a November collaboration called the Recipe Swap. We still have to do a little bit more talking on that. But if that's something you're interested in, swapping recipes with another channel, you would send the recipe to us, and then we would match people up, and you guys would swap each other's recipe and make a video. That's how that collaboration is going to go down. Simply Jan Homestead has a Healthy Meals 25 collaboration, just any meal that you consider to be healthy. And she's doing that through the 31st of August, I believe. My video for that is coming out on Wednesday. So it's a really good recipe. I'm pretty proud of it. Heather and I are also doing a Healthy Goals Wednesday where you can do recipes or exercise or encouragement for your healthy goals. So you guys are more than welcome to enter into that as well. And that pretty much goes through the end of the year. Weed eating the garden tomorrow. Yeah, that's exciting. I let my husband do the weed eating and the lawn mowing. I'm actually kind of allergic to grass. I would get all wheezy and asthma-ish if I went out there and tried to do that. Also in October, Blackberry Rock Homestead Luann does a collaboration called Chili Fest. You can make chili. You can use green chilies. You can make a recipe that has chili powder. It's pretty much just anything like that. And so that's going to be in the month of October if you guys want to join in with that. And then, sorry, I've been having this like allergy thing for like a week or more. Actually, I've been taking a little bit of a decongestant to try to see if I could clear it up because it was getting kind of thick in there. I know that's a visual you guys didn't want to hear, right? So what collaboration happens in October? Can anybody tell me? Anybody know? Anybody? So the collaboration that happens in October, this is going to be my 4th year for Fall Fest 25. It's going to be my 4th year. So the very first year I did this collaboration, Teresa with Old Ways Gardening and Prepping won the first year. And then the second year, Kathleen with My Alabama Farm Life won. And then last year, Christy's Crazy Crafty Life won. And she was really excited about it. She was actually at work because when it comes to the grand prize, you don't technically have to be there because you've already made your comments on the video. So you don't technically have to be there to win. Now, the reason people want to come to the live is because I'm usually giving away other prizes. So that's an incentive. So even if you're not a semifinalist, usually channels donate prizes that I can give away that night. And if you're interested in donating a prize, if you'll send an email to the grand prize giveaway, and you have to tell me it's for the grand prize giveaway night. Because otherwise, I'm just going to think you're talking about your semifinalist prize. I'm going to be confused because I get confused easy. So I'm going to do a live the first Friday in September where I'm going to do a Q&A where you guys can come in and ask questions if you have any questions about it. Not really too many changes. There was a couple of minor changes made to the collaboration this year. But even if you're not interested in joining your channel, it's still cool to go around and comment on all the channels, and you get to meet new friends and you get a chance to win a semifinalist prize, and you get on the wheel, right? And then whoever wins a prize from every single channel in the collaboration. So if there's 30 channels that join the collaboration, you would get 30 prizes. If it's 50, you'll get 50 or 60 or 70 or however many. So it's a really awesome. If you go on those 3 channels I mentioned that won, I believe there's still playlists on each of those where you can see what their prizes are. There are a lot of gift cards. So there'll be digital gift cards. There'll be physical gift cards. There'll be homemade items like crochet blankets and things like that. And there will be some store-bought items. So 4 different ways. There's actually no minimum or maximum on the prize. So the prize could be $5 or it could be $150. And I heard a rumor that one of the channels is giving out $150 prize. And guess what? You don't have to just comment on that video to win, because if you become a semifinalist and that's the grand prize, you could still win it no matter what channel you comment on. So there's a $150 prize up. That's just one gift card. And then there will be $50 gift cards and $20 gift cards and $25 gift cards. There'll be $5 bills, and there'll be crochet blankets, and there'll be sets of knives, and there'll be handmade aprons, and there'll be all kinds of stuff, guys. It's so cool. The winner is like having Christmas, man. And I actually won a giveaway like this with a crafting channel I had for a little while. And I had to go to the post office, and it was called the Harvest Moon giveaway. And I actually won it. And it was after that I did, I had been thinking about doing my own giveaway like this, because they do this in the crochet community a lot. And I was like, I totally need to do a giveaway like that. So I got a spiral notebook out and I started writing everything out. And I said, girl, you're going to do this. You got all the details. You're going to go for it. So I did it. And I think the first year I had 70. 1 year I had 50 and 1 year I had around 30 something. So, I consider 30, if you can get 30 channels to all go into one thing, that's still a lot. Even at 30 is a lot. And there's actually already 10 channels signed up already. And those are ones that have sent emails. There's others that have said they're going to be in there. And they haven't sent the email yet. So there's a dedicated email. Hello, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. There's a dedicated email this year. A friend suggested it, and I thought it would actually make it easier. So I made up a email just for Fall Fest. That way all my other emails don't get mixed in and it doesn't get confusing, because it's all in one place. So after I do something on that video and I've responded, I put a star by it. And each one, let's see if I got that right. fallfestgiveaway@yahoo.com. So if you're interested in joining the collaboration, you would send me an email at fallfestgiveaway@yahoo.com. And that just says, I'm interested in joining. There's already a video out there explaining what you need to do. All you basically do is you just call out 12 little rules, and they comment on that video. You use the YouTube random comment picker to pick your winner. I have told, hi Julie, how are you? I have told the channels on the video that they're allowed to verify their winners. I'm just talking because Carole's not here yet to talk about the collab. I have told the winners that they're allowed to verify their winners, but they have to verify the winner before they put out their video. Once they put out their video, that's their semifinalist. As long as that semifinalist contacts them, that's their winner. So I don't usually email sent. Awesome. Yeah. And so that's how I'm keeping up with who's in the collaboration, is who has sent an email that's listed. I've actually already started the list, and, I got mine and my second channel, and then I got them all in order that the emails came. Start at the bottom is the first one, and so on and so forth. I've already had one person's joining both their channels. I believe there's going to be a couple of people that do that. So it's really cool. And this year I'm asking people to make a little advertisement video. You don't have to call out the rules in the advertisement video. Just say, hey, Fall Fest is coming. It's starting September 29th. There's going to be a lot of cool prizes. Check out the playlist on Gail Southern Living. And it's going to be called Fall Fest 25 Official. That's going to be the playlist. And then I'm going to take all the little commercials people make and put those in a different playlist. And then, hello, Carole. And then I'm going to, if I get 20 people that make the little 3 to 5 minute commercials, I will draw for a gift card as an incentive to advertise, because it gets bigger if people advertise. If everybody on here who was going to join told a friend and they joined, it would be double the size. And the magnitude, you have no idea how many comments. If you go back to last year's, you put in Fall Fest giveaway, you go into last year's videos, you can see that it's a great way to grow your channel. And there's a lot of comments. There's people that go around and friend your channel and make a comment on your video and try to win your semifinalist prize. And you don't have to be a channel to comment on the videos. You don't have to be a channel. You can be just sitting on your couch eating potato chips. You don't have to have a YouTube channel at all. So you can tell your friends, you can tell your mom, your cousin, your brother, anybody can join in and be on there. My first year, I did an advertising in a water trough. Yes, that was cool. Hi, John, with Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Yeah, I actually have a really awesome costume. Last year for Fall Fest, I dressed up as a scarecrow. And because I'm the host, I wanted to do something else, do something different. So I am going to be wearing a different costume this year. So Fall Fest is my biggest collaboration of the year, but I probably do, 8 8 to 10 collaboration. I mean, because not only do I host them, but I also co-host under people. So, I mean, I probably did 10 collaborations last year. If you think about it, this year, October, I'm doing a collaboration. Yeah, Fall Fest. And then November, I'm doing a collaboration with Heather and with Carole at the same time. So that's 3 right there within 2 months. And I know I did one with Tammy. I did one with Tina. I mean, I've done a lot of collaborations. So unique, amazing stripes. Welcome in. So even if you don't plan to join your channel, but it is a good way to grow your channel. It's great for new channels, small channels to get in there. It's a great way to get a crowd coming to you. I have had new people join every year, and I try to be really super helpful. I have a video on how to use the YouTube random comment picker. And I've even had people who said, I don't know how to use the comment picker. Can I just write all the names down? And I'm like, sure. It's going to take you a while because it's going to be hundreds of comments. But if that's the way you want to do it, go for it. And people have done that. Also, I can get on the phone with you and try to help you through it. You know, don't internalize, tell me I need help. Or last case scenario, I actually can do your drawing for you. All I have to do is pull up your video, do that YouTube random comment picker, and I can pick your winner, and then you could just share that on your community tab. So you don't have to worry about it. So basically what you do is you make a 3 to 8 minute video just stating the rules, and you could talk about your channel a little bit. And then you have a semi-finalist drawing. So there's 2 videos that are required. And it's basically what I do is I pull up the video on my laptop, which is what I'm on now, and I use my phone to video it. So I'm holding it. And I make my video that way. That's how I do it. Now, other people, smart people, they can get up on a live and do their semifinalist drawing, and that's really cool. I don't even really, I'm sure I could figure it out, but that's how they do it, and that's fine. Yeah, this is Jan's. Yeah, Jan will be going live right after me at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hi, Bob. How are you? Let's see. We're at 5:18. Okay. I'm thinking that I'm going to see if Carole sent a text to me because she must have been having some trouble getting in. But I was just trying to calm her down and tell her, hey, don't worry about it. It's fine. So Carole and I are doing a micro dwarf tomato collaboration, and that is going to start November 1st, and it's going to end on March 31st. And it's going to be pretty much an indoor growing thing. And so it's really cool. I'm excited about it. I have 2 hydroponic machines now. Started a few plants in the Kratky method. Ordered some more supplies from Amazon, and I'm going to do some more growing. So I'm hoping to have 5 to 7 different micro dwarf tomatoes growing at one time. So I'll be able to do maybe a bi-monthly, twice a month, maybe do a video just showing how the tomatoes are growing. So that'll be really fun. So I just tried the Kratky method the first time. Hello, Moonsprout. I'm new to the indoor growing. I did start plants inside to put out in the spring. So I did have a grow light. And I've been doing that, just, the little trays and stuff or little pots. And then I would let them get so big and then I would put them outside. But I've not actually grown a plant all the way inside. So this will be my first time for that. So it's exciting. Very exciting. Let's see what Lori said. We got We got some in a 2-gallon bucket. I lost the ones from Carole. Oh no. Well, it really doesn't matter if you use your own seeds or the seeds Carole sends you. Either way, you're just growing a micro dwarf tomato. It could be in a hydroponic system, in the Kratky method, in a light, under a grow light, in the window, whatever. Anything indoors pretty much fits into the category, any type of growing. So I ordered some purple ground cherry seeds, and I am going to share a few of those with one lucky winner today. One lucky winner. Carole's in the basement? No. Carole says she's in the basement. I don't see her. I'm looking right down in the basement. I don't see Carole in the basement. Carole is in the basement. Did she go to the wrong video, maybe? She hit the wrong link? Once my lettuces come up in hydroponics, I'm going to buy another one. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's addicting. I got one and then I wanted another one. And now that I have two, I want a third one. So it's totally addicting. And then I started watching Mike's Chaotic Gardening with the Kratky method. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's fun too. So I don't see Carole. I'll send you more in October. Okay. It says I'm in the backstage. I don't know unless you're on the wrong live, Carole. Yeah. I did send out one set of seeds to Lori with Off Grid World. And I just sent her one variety because I only really had one variety that I had a big quantity of. So if you're in Canada and you want to join the micro dwarf, if you will email me, I will send you out one variety because I know I can get that through the customs in Canada by putting it in a card and only including one package of 10 seeds because they're small enough. So, and I've already had one person in Canada that received her seeds already. So I don't know where Carole is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking. She's not there. I'm sorry, Carole. You've got to be in a link for the wrong live because I'm looking at the title and this is the title, talking about fall winter collab with Carole. And I don't see another face down there except for mine. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Anyway, I'm going to draw for some seeds. We'll keep talking. Maybe Carole gets to come up here in a second. All right. All right. So I'm going to draw for one winner for a few purple ground cherry seeds. I don't know how many is going to come in the pack. It won't be that I give you a lot. I'm giving you part of the pack that I have, basically. So I see that. If you guys will enter in the hashtag. And ground cherries are really tiny. So if you're in Canada, I'll try to squeeze them through if you want to try them out. I've noticed if I only send one, one tiny little seed that's not bulky, it gets through just fine. But it's when you start to send 2, 3 varieties or they're chunky or bulky, that's when you get to having problems. Okay, I have 5 so far. This is for purple ground cherry seeds. I don't know what happened to Carole. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I promise I'm not ignoring her on purpose. I cannot see her. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. All right. I got 7. I'm going to go ahead and draw 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I need you to email Gail Southern Living at yahoo.com. I need your address. Congratulations, Ann Philbeck. I'm going to need an email from you with an address, please. All right. I still don't see Carole down there. I don't know what happened. Congratulations, Ann, on that. And I will be getting my seeds sometime next week on that. So once I get mine, I'll take out some for you and mail them to you. But I'll get the envelope ready if you'll get me your address tonight. So let's see. Let me make sure. I always got to make sure of things because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Gail Southern Living 22 at yahoo.com. Gail Southern Living 22 at yahoo.com. So that's where you're going to email in for your seeds. Gail Southern Living 22 at yahoo.com. That is the email. So I was waiting for Carole before I talked about the micro dwarf collab, but since I don't see her down there and we're about halfway through, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the collab. So what we're doing is a micro dwarf tomato collaboration. So it's hashtag micro dwarf 2526, hosted by me, Gail Southern Living, and Broke But Bountifully Blessed. The collab starts on November 1st and ends on March 31st. There will be a giveaway in April. And you're going to make a little entry video to say that you want to join the collab. It can be just like 3 to 5 minutes. You just say, hey, I'm interested in joining this micro dwarf tomato collaboration hosted by Gail and Carole. And that's it. And you tag us on it. And then you send me or Carole an email and we'll send you some seeds. Okay. You can also use your own seeds if you already have micro dwarf tomato seeds. And that's it. And it's basically indoor growing. Any type of micro dwarf tomato that you want to grow. There will be a giveaway in April, but it's not scheduled yet. And you will comment on the videos for a chance to win prizes. So Carole will have a playlist on her channel. I will have a playlist on my channel. And you can go and watch the videos in those. And we're going to use that YouTube random comment picker to pick some winners directly from the comments. So we're going to do that. There's going to be a playlist on both channels. This is an open collaboration. Anyone is allowed to join. No matter how big or small your channel size is, it doesn't matter. Or if you do gardening or you do crafts, it doesn't matter about that either, your genre. Anybody can join. And one thing I'm going to encourage for you guys who do join is I would love to see if you get about 5, 6, 7 varieties for everyone to go around and do put them all, maybe lay them all out labeled and try them all and tell us which one you think is the best flavor. I'd love to see what other people think is the best flavor, because I've seen 2 people do that. One person was You Grow Row. I don't know if you watch that channel, but You Grow Row. Another channel that did that was Mike's Chaotic Gardening. And they had 2 different winners for what they thought was the best micro dwarf cherry type tomato. So it'd be really cool to see some people do that. Okay. I've never grown the purple ground cherries. I accidentally ran into it on Amazon, and I told Jan, and Jan wanted to try it too. So I don't know if she's already ordered hers or if she plans to buy those later. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. That's the collaborations that are coming up. There's quite a bit of stuff going on. And Jan is doing her live at 6 o'clock. Is anyone in here thinking about joining the Fall Fest giveaway this year? If you are, put a 1 in the chat. I want to see how many people are thinking about it, even if you're just thinking about it. Anna's thinking about it. Maybe I'll get some more emails tonight. Maybe when I get done with this live tonight, I'll have 2 or 3 or 4 more emails from you guys. I love seeing the emails come in for you guys joining my collaboration. This is the biggest collaboration I have every year. I love all the collaborations, but this is the biggest one I have every year. And people love it. I get tons and tons of comments on my videos. My channel does really well in the month of October. If you look at the little graph, October's like way up here, and the other ones are like down here. Yeah, so it I already joined in. Yep, you did. You've sent your email, so it's good. So all the emails are going to that specific email. I am so ready for summer to be over and fall to start that I actually did a little decorating, if you can tell in the background, because I started making some fall recipe videos and I wanted a little fall decor in the background. So, I'm going to do a little fall recipe series. I'm going to do it for September, October, and November. And then for December, I'm going to do just a few Christmas recipes. And I'll probably be joining collaborations and things like that in between. And another new thing I'm doing this winter that I haven't done before is doing hydroponics and more indoor growing, where I grow the plant from the seed all the way up to the harvesting point, which I've never done anything but, set them. I love seeing all the wonderful gifts people get. Yeah, it's really cool. I like watching the always enjoy your cooking segments. Thank you, Julie. It's awesome. And I want to try to do some crafts this fall and winter. Heather and I have a craft we want to do together. We're going to, I think, both maybe get the supplies to do the craft. And then we might even do a live during the day sometime. And both of us do the craft together at the same time. It'll be really fun. Yeah, so I already have my first 2 fall recipes picked out and filmed for September. So I'm working, each Wednesday will be another fall recipe videos. So I've gone through tons. I have watched all the people on YouTube make their fall recipes. There's ladies that sit there and do 4, 5, 6 recipes all in one video. And I'm like, I can barely do 1 and keep it straight. And they're doing 6 recipes in one video. I'm like, how do y'all do that? That's insane. You got to plan it. You got to shop for it. You got to get all your stuff ready. And then in between, you have to clean, set up for the next one, clean, set up for the next one, clean, set up for the next one. You got a video, you got to take pictures and stuff. So I have my first 2 filmed. And then I found one recipe that was a fall recipe I picked out, but I decided to include it in Jan's Healthy Meals collaboration. So that video is going to come out on Wednesday. That's going to be the first video in my fall recipes, even though I'm doing it in August. I found the recipe, and it happens to be a healthy recipe, but it's really more of a fall recipe because it's a soup. So I went ahead, I'm going to go ahead and make that the first video in the playlist. So by the end of the season, I should have like 13 recipes in that. 13 recipes in that. So, and the soup I made was really, really good. I ate 2 bowls. Hubby ate 1, but he ate 1 because it was also a dessert. So he didn't want to get too full. And then I didn't give him the opportunity to take it. I put it in a container and I was going to keep it to eat it for lunch one day. And I forgot to eat it today as I was running around. But I think tomorrow he'll be working, and I think I'll eat the rest of my soup tomorrow. But it was so good, guys. It was so good. I'm so ready for fall. Yeah, it was a good recipe. I'm going to try it again. What I do is I write all my recipes on little note cards like these. Like I also write one of my talking points for a live, I write those down. Or if I'm making a video and I want to keep the points, I write it down. So I write them on an index card. Then after I try the recipe, if I like it, then I laminate it. And then it goes into the recipe box. So it doesn't get laminated until I like it. And this one, I'm going to laminate. So that means it's a good one. Yeah. Yep. So you're so organized. I try to be. I'm trying to work ahead, trying to get things done. I'm only watering like about 5 things outside. Everything else I've already started pulling up the garden. And it's just so hot out there, and the bugs is just I laminate my cards. Yeah. So hopefully you've sent me the email, Anne, so I can send you those seeds. If you send me the email tonight, I will go ahead and get the envelope ready. And that way, when I get the seeds, I can just throw them into the card and go ahead and get them mailed out. Because I think they're due to come Thursday. So if that's true, I could send them out Friday morning. So it'll take a little while because, like I said, I don't have the seeds yet. But I thought, wouldn't that be exciting to share some of my brand new seeds with one person, just one person? So, and you're the lucky winner. Lucky one person I shared mine with. But yeah, Jan did order some of the seeds as well. So I don't know. I just accidentally found them. And I was like, I wonder if they have a different flavor. So next year, I'm actually going to have the pineapple ground cherries, but I'm moving them to a different area. And then I'm going to have the purple. And I don't know if they cross-pollinate, but I'm going to try to put them all in one little area. One good size area, actually. Like, been busy. I understand. I've been going crazy between laundry and cleaning and errands and videos, and I didn't actually film anything today. But like I said, I've been filming up videos, getting ready. Like next week, all but one video is done for next week. And then I have videos scheduled out for like survival seeds and different things like that. Hello, Nancy. How are you? So, go feed the boss. Yeah, I know. As soon as I get done here, I'm going to be making us a cauliflower crust pizza. That's the only thing I allow myself as a packaged item that I don't have to get all fancy with is that pizza, because it gives me a break of cooking just that one day. So since it's Friday and I knew I'd be on the live, I said, I'm going to make the pizza. And then a little bit later, I have a little dessert that we're going to have. I'm actually considering filming a bean dip recipe tomorrow, and that'll be in my fall recipe series. It's one of the videos I found, and it sounds so good. It sounds so good. I can't wait to try it. I love hot dips in the fall and winter. I love them. Delicious, delicious. Yeah. So I'm all geared up for fall, winter, because it's Texas and it's so hot and miserable here. I was watering the whole summer. I was watering out in the evening, and I was working out, and I was working out there, and I was watering in the evening, but it got so hot that even at late times, it was still hot, and the bugs were just eating me alive. So I moved my watering a month ago or so to mornings, and I've been watering in the morning, and then I do my work in the morning, and then around 10:30 it starts to get hot and I have to come in. So I can do 2-3 hours depending on how quick I get out there, if I've had enough coffee and I'm awake enough to go out there. But pretty much as soon as I get my coffee, then I go in and put on whatever I'm going to wear for the day. I'm usually in my robe when I'm drinking the coffee. And then I go out and I work in the garden for a couple of hours. And I water the chickens, and I feed the chickens, and I do all the things, Not like a big farm, but I still have chickens and the garden to tend to. And like I say, I'm watering less and less of it every day. And then I'm probably going to give myself, once I stop watering everything, I'm going to give myself a week or two break. And then as soon as it starts cooling down a little bit in October, I'm going to start pulling out more stuff. That way next year, when it's time, a couple of the beds I have to get ready, because I have to get them ready for planting garlic, because planting garlic in October, that's when you're supposed to plant garlic for Texas, is in October. So, and I planted my garlic in October last year, and it was nice garlic. It was huge. There's some huge, big pieces of garlic. And I basically have 3 quart-sized bags full of garlic. And I just broke them apart into cloves and put them all in the freezer. So when I'm making a dish that I want garlic for, I will lay it out on a plate or in a little bowl or something, and I'll let it thaw. And then when it's time to make the dish, I can cut it up into pieces. Or if it's something I want more than 1 clove, it depends. Some of the cloves are huge. So I will have garlic for a whole year. Well, how I stand it is I go out in the morning and do my gardening, and then I stay in. You guys are out there working in the heat. I can't do that here. I would pass out. Now, I may think of something I want to do in the garden, and I may go out and work 10-15 minutes on something and then come in, sit down, and drink some water. But if I worked in the heat like you guys work in the heat, I'd be in the hospital, because it's bad. It's so bad. Yeah. Coffee with the Word of God. Yeah. I have a little group that I share things with. And as soon as I get done with my sharing in the morning, I listen to a sermon. I listen to Kathleen read the Bible. Then I listen to some Christian music. Then I go out. So that's the actual real order. I do actually listen to the Word of God in the morning too. Sometimes I'll do a physical paper devotion, and sometimes I'll listen to Kathleen read. It is easy to grow garlic. It's so easy. You know what? When I put it this was my first year with garlic. I put it in my garden bed where I had vine borers. I did no special prep to it. None at all. I had, treated the bed for the vine borers or whatever with like diatomaceous earth and whatever else it was telling me to do, and I kind of had pulled out any little weeds or whatever. I kind of prepped the bed that way, but I didn't add any amendments to it or anything. It was basically spent dirt. It wasn't treated. There was nothing special about it. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I listen to his devotions. Yeah. I cook a lot. I cook a lot with it. Yeah, I cook a lot with it too. There's so many things you can put it in, Spaghetti. You could put it in your taco meat. You could put it in your chicken and dumplings, any soup that you make. I mean, I can't think of anything, really. There's not much I can think of that garlic wouldn't go well with. I would say a lot more beef dishes than chicken dishes. But there's some of those too, like chicken and rice, chicken and dumplings. Garlic is really good with those too. Yeah. And then in the mornings, I try to share whatever sermon I listen to. I share it on my Broken Hearts Ministry channel so other people can see it. And then I do a Bible verse of the day, song of the day, and Bible verse, song, sermon. Yeah. And then sometimes I'll share a reading of the Bible from Kathleen. So I have all these things I put on that channel trying to, just inspire people, because you never know when someone might need a little encouragement. And maybe I was meant to click on that particular one that day for a specific person, because God knows the big plan. I only know like a tiny bit. He knows like the whole big plan that I can't see. My little pea brain cannot fathom all that he can see. But usually if he has a new sermon, I'll listen to that one. If not, I'll go back to something I haven't watched before that doesn't have the red line going through it, and I'll listen to that. Yeah, I'm ready for fall, winter, spring. Yeah, definitely. Me too. So we were supposed to go to Pinecone Fest this year, and Pinecone Fest got canceled. So we thought about going to Pinecone Fest, the lake, and just staying there by ourselves and doing our own thing. But then hubby had an idea. He said, let's go to Galveston, and we can, because I've been wanting to go to the beach, and it'll be October, so it'll be in the 70s. So we're going to go see his uncle who lives in that area. We're going to visit the beach. We're going to do some fishing, some sightseeing. There's some cool forts. There's a naval museum, little shopping souvenir. I mean, there's just all kinds of really cool things. There's probably like a cool go-kart track. Like, we both like, racing with the little go-karts. That's something we both like to do. So we'll probably go do something like that. Like, I love to get in that little go-kart and pedal to the metal and try to win with whoever I'm racing against. Like, I've loved to do that since I was little. My dad used to take me, and I'm older and I still like doing it. So it's fun. I mean, why not be a kid sometimes? Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, because you never know when you might be taken out. So you got to enjoy your life. YouTube is evil. Well, YouTube can be evil. You got to surround yourself with good people, with good morals, and stay away from the bad people and the bad influences. Yeah, I know. I'm at that point. I stopped watering tomatoes. I stopped watering the pumpkins. I harvested the last pumpkin. Harvested the very last pumpkin yesterday because I was making a video and I wanted it to look pretty. So I harvested my last pumpkin. It was actually still a little bit green, but I was tired of watering it. I was tired of fighting the squash bug. It was the biggest one, and I was like, I'm tired of this. I picked it. I put it on the counter. I ended up with 8 sugar pie pumpkins this year for the Survival Seeds collaboration. So that is my final number. No one is promised tomorrow. And not only are you not promised tomorrow, your family members are not promised tomorrow either. So your husband, your friends, your uncle, like my husband's uncle is getting older. You know, his mom's getting older. My mom's getting older. Siblings are getting older. You never, ever know. So you got to just, you know, spend time with that family. You don't know when you're going to lose one of them. And it could be you. It could be you that's gone. You never know. So you got to keep your stuff together. Hello, Grace NYC. How are you? So that's it. Yep. So Jan her live will start in about 10 minutes. Can I have somebody put up the link for Simply Jan Homestead's live? So you guys can click on that and go visit Miss Jan. Not too much plans. I think I'm going to make that recipe tomorrow since hubby's going to work anyway. I'm going to try to finish my laundry. I'm trying to get caught up on laundry this week. That was my goal. Catch up on the laundry. And I'm going to actually put a few more items in the Kratky method tomorrow. I have a few more things I want to plant in that. Then I'm waiting for a few more supplies. And I actually bought some half-gallon mason jars. And I read it on Google that the wide mouth mason jars fit the 3-inch net cup, and the regular mouth mason jars fit the 2-inch. So I ordered the 3-inch because I wanted to use the half-gallon size mason jars. So I went to the store and I bought the generic ones because I'm using it for gardening. I mean, I'm going to like grow tomatoes and peppers in it. So I'm going to have those up under the grow light. So that's my goal, is to work on trying to grow things in the hydroponic machine. Try to learn the Kratky method, see if I can figure that out. Like I said, I ordered supplies for that. I have the micro dwarf tomato collaboration. You can send an email to me or to Carole if you think you might want to join that. We're going to start that in November. So if you have a grow light or a hydroponic machine, kitchen window or a grow light or whatever, anything, any kind of indoor growing you can do, you're totally welcome to join in. And we would love to see you guys enter that. We are going to do some prizes all the way in April. And we'll try to pick a date and get that scheduled so you guys can put it on your calendar and know when that will be. But I'll talk about it in the future, and that way you can get that date down for that. I'll talk to Carole. We'll pick something. We'll see what date's good for both of us. But anyway, that'll be exciting. That'll be fun. Yeah. I don't know if the Vineyard Chicks are going live this week or not. They may not be going live at all because I know Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa is on a cruise or is on a trip on their way to the cruise. I don't know when the cruise starts, but anyway. So I don't know if they're all going to take a break because of that or not. I know that the giveaway that's supposed to be the end of August is actually going to be the first Sunday in September. So we still have about 2.5 months worth of survival seeds left. I have videos scheduled out. So though my garden may look still like it's okay, those videos probably are a week ago or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago because I've just got them spread out and scheduled. So I'll have at least one coming out every week. But I do have some ideas of some things I'm going to do that I'm not going to tell you, so you'll be surprised. Some more survival seeds ideas to kind of finish up on their way to Lisa's mom's. Oh, so Lisa's mom's the one that lives in Oregon. Yeah, that's also where Heather with Milk and Honey Heritage Farms lives in Oregon as well. Carrots, radishes, beets for a fall crop. I'm actually not going to do a fall crop this year because I've started the hydroponics. I'm doing the indoor growing. So as soon as my sorghum, my bell peppers, a little bit of flowers, I have like a few things left. maybe 5 things left in the garden. Once those things are done, because sorghum, you can't harvest sorghum until September or October. So I still have some time. And then once I get all those things pulled out, then in October, I'll be planting my garlic. So I'll water that until it comes up. And then I bought some mulch. I'm going to mulch around the garlic with some mulch that I bought on sale clearance at Walmart. So I'm looking forward to having garlic again. And it's a great bug deterrent. So even if I don't need the garlic, say, because I have all the garlic in the freezer, it doesn't matter. It's a great bug deterrent. If you want to run off vine borers or squash bugs, garlic is it, man. That's my, don't quote me on that, but garlic is the shiznit. Yep, it is. Yeah, you know what collaborations are coming up. Yeah, there's a lot of great collaborations to join. Also great collaborations to watch and try to win prizes. So yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. Garlic for winter. I'm going to plant garlic in October that will grow all through the winter. And I'll keep watering it until it gets cold. And then I'm just going to stop watering it, and it's just going to get the natural moisture from the winter. That's exactly how I did it last year. I mulched up once it came up. I knew where to mulch around it. Like I said, I bought mulch to put in between, so weeds don't come up next year. And I'm actually going to spread instead of putting mine all up, I had mine in 3 different beds last year. I'm actually going to spread it out. So area where I had squash bugs this year is going to have some garlic. And any area where I plan on putting squash next year will have garlic. So I'm going to spread my garlic. So I'm going to have to water in all these different little beds because I'm going to have it spread out. I'm going to do like a strip, and then I'm going to do a strip. And I think I have all these little like garden markers that are metal that you put in the bed. I'm going to mark all the garlic with those garden markers so I remember where I'm supposed to water the garlic, right? Because it won't be up for a little while. But my garlic came up last year before the winter started. I knew exactly where it was. So there'll be plenty of time to, mulch around it. Picking apples. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of people putting up their harvest right now. That is awesome that garlic is a bug repellent in the garden. Yeah, I definitely recommend it if you're having trouble with bugs. If you've had vine borers, I put garlic in the bed where I had vine borers the year before. This year I had no vine borers in that bed. So that's just my opinion. Still warm. We're still warm partially through October. Sometimes it will get cold in October, a little bit, a little chilly, but definitely a little chilly by November. But not as cold as some other areas, of course. Yeah. I decided not to do anything for fall gardening this year because of the hydroponics and the indoor growing that I'm doing. So when all that's done, the garlic's planted, I'm done in the garden for the year. But I am working on breaking down beds, pulling out stuff, getting everything cleaned up, amending the soil, adding some of the spent plants to decay there and become good soil for next year. And I'm adding my coffee grounds and my eggshells and my banana peels and some shredded paper and all the things. Yeah, I'm doing all the things out there to, get ready for next year. I've actually already started doing that. Anything where I've stopped growing there, I've already started. I bought some black cow manure on sale. I've already started adding that to some of the beds that can sit there and continue to break down to where it's not too hot. I assume they sell it that way, but just in case they don't, it's on sale. So I went ahead and added it. It also keeps ants out of your beds because not all varieties hate cow manure, but fire ants that are in Texas do not like cow manure. I read that on Google today. Not all varieties hate cow manure, but fire ants that we have in Texas, they do not like cow manure. All right, it's time for me to go. The link to Simply Jan Homestead is above. If you guys will go into Simply Jan Homestead, tell her to love Ray, put some blue hearts, tell her you came from Gail, tell her hello, goodbye, and see her. And I am going to start some dinner while I'm listening to Jan. Thank you guys all for coming in. And I will see you on Wednesday on my channel for Healthy Goes Wednesday. And next Friday, I'll be on my channel over here on Friday. You guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. Thank you all for coming in. Bye, guys.